Howdy, y'all. Going to be finishing up a couple things tonight, whenever you watch this. First, going to be finishing up the blade comparison between the Derby Usta and the Derby Extra. First shave, Derby Extra right side, Derby Usta left side. So, I've had 2 full shaves, 3 pass each with each one of them. So then basically this will simulate the 3rd shave from each one of the blades to kind of make sure it's not right hand, left hand dominated. This time I am switching, doing the Usta in the right hand and the Extra in the left hand. I am also going to be finishing up the experiment. This is the 5th use using the Sterling for Him froth method, using a 1/4 ounce of water. I've already decided that I'm going to do a 2.1 phase, where I use either a 1/2 ounce of water or maybe a 3/4 ounce of water. It'll really depend on where it comes on the lid, and we're going to go with that. So, I don't have my timer with me. So, hang on just 1 second. Let me get my timer, and I'll be right back. I'm back with my timer. That's what the soap looks like. It is their interpretation of Versace Pour On. Here's a 1/4 ounce of water. We're going to pour it in. And this just barely covers the top. Barely. We're going to get a 30-second. This is all I've been shaking it here lately. Not very much at all. Speaking of barely, Doug Bear was the one that introduced this method of lathering. He's the first that I'd seen do it. And he's helped me out tremendously with some tips and everything on how to do this. And that's about 30 seconds. I am not using the gasket. I think it was unfounded, at least for tiny bubbles. For this container. Now I'm just barely taking the froth off. I pooed a little. Sorry about that. But that's what we're going to go with that. And as you can see, very little is in here. But you don't need a lot. The brush I'm using, the brush, is Sterling's 24mm synthetic. I don't think I have my phone on airplane mode. It's my boy's first night back at work. So I'm sure what will happen is, of course, he's going to call. Because that's how it goes, right? I'm kind of glad to get these blades experiment out of the way, because I've noticed something. And I'll wait till afterwards to, I need a haircut. what I've noticed with this experiment, like I said, this area through here, it's kind of no man's land. Whatever I have in my hand at the time, that's what I'm going to use. But what I have noticed, I know, squirrel, is that the blades don't seem to be the sharpest. You know, and the DE89 is kind of a mild razor. So what I've noticed on both of them, both the Extra and the Ustas, is to compensate, I've kind of been adding a little bit of extra pressure. I got a spot there that I probably just got, but hey, what's wrong with a little blood, right? Blood. All right. Pass one is done. I'm also trying to decide what spray bottle to use. I don't think I like this one. I thought about this one because it's kind of white. White kind of represents water, right? It's what I think. I gotta tell you something I was doing the other day. I was vacuuming around my couch. I didn't really want to move the couch, so I was kind of down on my hands and knees, right? You know, and I had the attachment out, you know, and I was going in between the couch and the floor. I'm sitting here going. And my hose finally extended as far out as it would go. So when I gave it a next little tug, whack! Yeah, right in the head. Pretty smucking fart, wasn't it? Learning experience, right? Next time, just move the couch, dummy. I saw that the DC Shaves used a 7 o'clock black the other day. You know, of everybody I've watched over the past few years and everything, I think he and I have the closest opinions on blades so far that I know of. I forgot what my next blade comparison is going to be. I think the DC Shaves had, I wanted to see what Treat Platinum versus Gillette Platinum. I did get some Treat Platinums for that specific reason. But there was a viewer that, I have a hair there that's bothering me. Ain't gonna get it this time. But I had a viewer that wanted to see one as well. The viewer wanted to see Gillette Med Prep versus something. I have them laid out in there for my next set. Nothing left in the thing there. If I wanted to, I don't normally do this. See, I could do another lather, but after I generally shave, I try not to build lather on the face. Dead air. Last pass. Oh, pass 2 is through. Oh. I know everybody's like, damn it, Jim. Why don't you just do something a little bit more original? What's everybody's plans for this weekend? Me, none. It was a nice day out today. Mid-70s, low humidity. My kind of weather. We did book our vacation again. We're actually booked to go to Paradise Island in the Bahamas again. It's going to be in August though. So it may be a little bit warm. All right, I'm going to get cleaned up. I'm going to be right back. This is the main reason I started using a spray bottle. Not really for hydration of soaps or anything. I don't have any back problems. My back is just inherently stiff. So, I started using a spray bottle other than having to bend over into the sink. All right, Derby Usta, Derby Extra. Sorry about that. Could have just used a spray bottle again, couldn't I? I have no idea what that noise was. All right. This time around, the Derby Usta. It's closer. What I did notice, now on the first shave, the Derby Extra one, of course, once again, that was on that side of the face. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But with them being in 2 different razors, I can say, well, they're both DE89s. The handles are different. What I can say though now is that kind of says, all right, the razors really don't make much of a difference. You know, one's a little bit longer than the other one. But what I noticed when I was doing the other 3-pass shaves, when I was doing the second full face shave using the Derby Extra, I noticed that it was starting to get a little uncomfortable and tuggy, to where the Derby Usta was kind of more level, stayed sharper longer. For me, would I buy 100 of either one of these? I'm going to say probably not. That's what we have left over in the brush. As you can see, still a little bit peaky and everything. But for me, what I would do, personally, is I would spend a couple. Can you hear the dog? I'd spend a couple more dollars for something different. I mean, 100 blades is, you think about it. If you do it all right. 100 blades is basically a year's worth. And I figure if you want to spend $2 more for a year's worth of shaves, I would choose something different. All right. But that being said, there's nothing wrong with either one of them, if you ask me. But like I said, if I was going to be buying, I'd probably buy something different. All right. Tomorrow, I will weigh up the soap for the soap experiment usage phase 2. Let everybody know how that is. That's going to be a separate video. I'm not going to put make one big video. No. We'll break it down into one video. All right, everyone. Be good. Be kind. Be nice to each other. Don't be a pain in my butt. And until next time. Gems out.